Hey, my pink babes. It's your girl Stormy Styles from Pink and Natural Hair Company. And today I'm going to show you how I detangle my clients' matted hair with knots, dreadlock clumps, and everything else. Um, I believe her hair hasn't been combed in almost a year. So the first thing you want to keep in mind when detangling hair is to always start at the ends. Don't start in the middle of the shaft. Don't start from the root. Always you detangle from the ends. Right now I'm using a detangling wet brush like that sometimes people use to blow dry. It does have beads on the end of it, but it's usually best to try to find one that doesn't have the beads on the end, just because sometimes the hair will get caught in the beads, especially if it's really curly or long or anything like that. So you just want to keep that in mind. The brush makes it a lot easier than using a comb, because depending on the size of the comb, it can get tangled. Depending on the length of the person's hair, how thick it is, all of that can determine some troubling circumstances if you're using combs. So I would recommend using a wide bristle brush that's usually used on wet hair. And so my client, her hair is extremely long, it's very thick, and you see me holding it with my fist because it was causing her a lot of discomfort. So I wanted to make sure that I could prevent that from happening. I'm very tender-headed myself, so I don't like to be uncomfortable when I'm getting my hair done. And of course, I don't want my clients to feel uncomfortable when they're getting their hair done. So this was a very, very long process. She came in to get a silk press, and it actually took me about 4.5 hours to do her silk press because of the detangling process. Usually it takes me about 90 minutes to do a silk press. Even with someone with the length of her hair, it wouldn't be an issue if the detangling was not a factor. And so as you can see, as I'm detangling it and I'm removing some of the buildup and the shedded hair that wasn't able to properly be removed from it being combed or brushed on a regular basis, I am sectioning it off into just 2-strand twists, just to make it a lot easier for me to be able to continuously go through the process of detangling her hair in each section. So I don't want a section that I already worked on to get caught up and cause a delay, or the section that I'm working on to retangle the previous hair that I've already detangled. And so I finally finished the back part of her hair, which is usually the thickest area on all of our hair, but that really did not make a difference because her hair seemed to be the same density all the way around. And she has gorgeous hair. So I'm not exactly sure, what the history is with her hair. I think it was just more so the fact that she has a lot of it. And I don't think her mom, she doesn't do hair. And a lot of times, when mothers may not know how to do hair and you end up with a child with a lot of hair, sometimes you have to really search to find someone who can handle their hair, which is totally understandable. I grew up with a mother who did not do hair. Maybe that's why I became a hairstylist, I'm not sure. But that it happens. And so I was just glad that I was able to help her out through this process and get her to a point where she had a little more manageability. And like I said, her hair is absolutely gorgeous, but it's a lot of work, taking care of your own hair, whether it's super long, super thick, or thin, or medium density. That's why hairdressers get paid so much, because it's really not easy taking care of your hair. It's not easy taking care of your hair with a relaxer or even in a natural state. I mean, all of it is work. So as you can see, I jumped into the blow dry, went through that really fast, huh? And now I am silk pressing her hair, getting it nice and straight. We got through those circumstances, and voila, there's the ending results. Nice silked out silk press, and she was so happy. So if you like to see more videos like this, like, subscribe, and share with your friends.